Hello and welcome to my channel, your friendly local neighborhood demon slayer. I'm here back at it, ready to give you another general tarot card reading. I am working with pre-shuffled card decks. Alright, right off the top we have Riding the Waves. What else do we have? We have Overcoming Obstacles in the reverse. We have Double Agent here. Alright. We have Judgment in the reverse. Alternatives. Sources here. Angels, what do you have for us? What do you have for us, angels? We have Four of Swords in the reverse. Good. Alright, we have Six of Swords in the reverse. And we have Judgment here. Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the energies here. We have Raising the Stakes here. Washing Hands Clean. All right, one more for this from this deck. And we've got Rebranding Slumlords in the reverse. We've got Prerogative in the reverse. Judge. And Inspiration in the reverse. There's a lot of judgment here, y'all. A lot of judgment. False and true. We have the Hermit here in reverse. Ten of Cups is here. And the Nine of Wands. Well, I can tell you right off the bat, somebody here was trying to put someone under judgment through false accusations and false, it was just completely made up. Alright, so our divine energy here, you go with the flow really well. Like you're really well connected with yourself. You know, in terms of like life obstacles and circumstances. You're really out here and you're riding the waves, which is simultaneously, without your direct focus on doing so, you're raising the stakes. And you're raising the stakes because if you're out here and you're riding the waves as they come, taking life as it is, and you know what I mean, it's putting pressure on all of the systems around you. So if you're okay with going with the flow, then then you yourself won't have a need to fall under certain systems. We have judgment and prerogative in the reverse. Somebody really didn't think that they don't believe that you should have the right to just live life unbothered. They don't. And what's funny is the same energy though is here, and they're guilty. Like, they're guilty of doing a lot of ugly ass shit. But instead of facing their own consequences, they're trying to point fingers at you, someone who's not out here hurting anybody, and really saying that you don't have the right. You don't have the right to live life unbothered, but you're the one not hurting people, like this other energy is. Below that, we have the Four of Swords in reverse with the Hermit in reverse, and that just tells me that somebody's hiding, and it's not because they're in isolation to heal or to find themselves or anything like that. They're hiding. They're in isolation because they're hiding. They're not doing it. They're not in this energy. I mean, this is the Hermit in reverse, so it's not for good reasons. It's not for good purposes. They're trying to avoid probably judgment here, because judgment is all over this stuff. All right, this judgment in reverse also tells me, I mean, they just really don't think that you deserve the life path that you've received. And they really think that you didn't work for it either. Like, they think that you just sat back and you're just being handed this. You're not. You have overcoming obstacles in the reverse and washing hands clean. They didn't want you overcoming the obstacles they were putting in your way. And you've definitely washed your hands clean with this person or people. Like, you, divine energy, it really feels like you've gone no contact with this karmic energy. I don't know if you caught on to something just yet, that they were working against you, or if you just knew that it was bad energy, so you got away from it, kind of deal. But here you see you've got alternatives, and then you have judge. So the prerogative they thought that you had, that you didn't deserve to be out here doing your life work. They didn't realize that whoever this karmic energy is really doesn't understand timelessness. They don't understand that time itself is just a construct. It's like they watched you jump timelines, divine energy. They watched you jump timelines. Like, they had every plan in place, every person around you ready to strike and to hold you down, and yet you still managed to switch over and walk your path. And it's like you kept, I really get the impression here that you jumped timelines multiple times. Part of those times were because it was part of your trials from God. It was part of your initiation into harnessing heaven on earth, into harnessing, bringing your gifts to be able to utilize here on the 3D plane. But the other timelines, you were forced to do that. It's like you were, every time you switch timelines, God's like, all right, here's the new path. Here's the new path. And you would be walking it, and you're doing fine, you're doing great, and all of a sudden, bam, somebody fucking forces you off of that path, makes you abandon everything, and then you have to start over. Like, you've endured a lot, but you haven't stopped. It's like, no matter what, they couldn't kill your hope. They couldn't kill your dreams. They couldn't kill your connection to God and the universe and your dedication to your life path. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. But it looks like the universe has had enough. They have had enough. It's like you learned what you needed to learn, like, freaking 100 timelines ago, you know what I mean? And now here you are, and you're being persecuted for what? Below that we have the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups at home. So whoever it is, this karmic energy that you've gone no contact with, they'll never be in your life again. There is no, like, at some point, this karmic energy is definitely going to try and do the whole whiny thing and, oh, I'm so sorry, I followed a bad path, blah, 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 trying to weasel their way back in. But they're not, God is not allowing that. Like, it's at this point, you yourself, divine being, you don't have a choice. They can't come back in because God's had it. He's had it. You are getting your Ten of Cups. You won't just have security, but you're going to have love. You're going to have true, unconditional love and abundance. Our last and final line, we have double agent here with rebranding slumlords in the reverse. Yeah, somebody was, so that's what it, like, this no contact is definitely you, divine being. You made the call because you picked up on something. You realized who keeps tripping you on these timelines, who keeps triggering you to keep jumping, right? And they were definitely a double agent. They were somebody that you knew, that knew you, I feel like, for most of your life, and was just acting like they were cool and okay with you. They really were. It looks like they were trying to make themselves out to be like some kind of martyr, like they were helping the community. They were helping those less fortunate, but they weren't. They weren't. I feel like they were using these people, the people that they claimed that they were out in the streets and helping. No, they were using them. They made a ring out of this shit. But right below that, you've got sources here. Like I told you, this is their inability to re-enter your life is not your choice. This is God. This is God. He says no. I mean, he's all over this reading. The judge, the judgment, the source. Then you've got the false judgment over here, which all of this started with. It's based on a lie. Somebody created a lie about you. So the inspiration in reverse, they're not connected with God either, or the universe. They pass on every inspiration that's ever given to them that's supposed to help elevate them. They passed on all of that, so they're no longer receiving an invitation to that, to change their life, to walk a new path. They're not being allowed anymore. And then down at the bottom, of course, you've got the Judgment card and the Nine of Wands. You've worked very, very hard to get to this point. You really did. I feel like part of this judgment from God came because you woke up. Not only did you wake up, but you still had the hope and the faith to keep going forward and keep restarting your life, restarting your life, restarting your life. You did it anyway. You realized that no one around you was trustworthy anymore, and still you kept walking. Still you kept praying. Still you kept thanking God. Like, I really feel like at one point you were on the streets. 100%. You were on the streets at one point. And not even then. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you had your emotions, right? Once you realized who was causing this, like, that really got you choked up. It really did. It really messed with you for a while. But then you just keep, it's like you keep resurrecting yourself. You keep coming back to life. You have that power. Like, God is not going to let one of his people, one of his chosen, somebody who's truly dedicated to love and light, he's not going to let them get washed away. That's not how that happens. But it does always depend on awareness, We do have to wake up to certain things. We do have to accept certain things. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But you've definitely turned the wheel in all of this, Divine. You really have. This is really sad that somebody even tried to come after you. But since we're here and we're doing the reading, let's figure out why. Because we can see what they attempted to do. We can see them being shut down, right? Like, harshly. I mean, completely cut off. So I'm curious, and I'm sure you're curious, perhaps, why did this, like, I feel like it's one karmic energy in particular, but they had more people kind of rallied up, to help them out, right? Based on false judgment, false narratives. So, can you tell us, let's see, 3 of Pentacles here. What is fueling this karmic to even try this hard to destroy you on so many paths, so many lifetimes? 10 of Wands. Because they went through some kind of hardship and they feel like it's unfair and that nobody should be able to have it easy. But the thing is like, you never had it easy in the first place. Your entire life, you've been attacked. Oh, okay. I feel like they already recognized you as someone with the power of resurrection. They hate that shit. They hate it. They wanted you. This is, ooh. They hate the shit. They're jealous. They hate it. They are stuck in their own lives and their own minds. They are trapped. They are enslaved by their own mind and by the demons that they decided to contract with. So this is just simply envy and jealousy. Wow. It's just so sad, the lengths that people are willing to go through just out of jealousy. Simple fucking jealousy. Instead of just looking at their life and saying, okay, I'm feeling a little jealous of this person, so maybe I should sit down and figure out what it is that I'm missing to make me feel this way. What can I fix? How would I go look myself in the mirror and figure it out, right? No. They don't want to do that. They just want to cut people down. But they really mess with the wrong being here. They mess with a divinely protected being here. When I say they are being shut down, they are being shut down. Like, don't even be surprised if this person pops up dead in the next month. I swear. I swear. Do not be surprised. But that's only one of many possibilities that this could go down, because the show's about to get started. Things are never going to turn around. They're going to go downhill and they're never coming back up, kind of deal. So I don't know. Maybe they're skipping out on some punishment if they just out and die, right? Maybe they gotta stick around a little longer to endure some of the things that they were throwing at you. That's how it goes. Whatever you decide to throw at people, it gets thrown back at you. If you do it enough and you do it with such evil intentions, it accumulates. It's no longer like if I planned to punch you, it's no longer me just simply getting a punch. I'm going to be punched like 15 times, right? Because I'm not getting it. It's not getting in my head, like. But that's the karmic's energy, and that's what they choose to, ride on, and we feel sorry for them, right? We understand that to get it to the position that they were, that they must have endured a lot and was abused and taken advantage of. But it was their conscious decision to perpetuate those activities, period. And they must pay the consequences for that. They've already been given all the opportunities. I mean, that would be like, it would be like somebody coming after one of the angels or one of the saints or God himself. Like, that's what they did. That's how bad they messed up. That is how bad they messed up. So, sorry, not sorry. But divine energy, I mean, you're not going to have to switch paths anymore. You're not going to have to jump timelines. You're not going to have to start over from absolutely nothing again. You're not going to have to do that. Because this truth is coming out, I mean, it's so heavy and it's so huge, the karma that's built up, that it is going to be a huge thing just here in the 3D. Whether that means like being in trouble with court, going to prison, whatever it is, it's going to surround the 3D. It's going to dwell in the 3D. Like, it's, everyone is about to know. Everyone. So, well, that's all I have to give you. I'm glad things are turning around, and you must truly be an amazing person. Like, the dedication you have had to be able and willing to start over from scratch so many times, over and over and over. Like, most people can't endure that. Most people wouldn't last. They wouldn't. But you've had a will and a determination and a goal. So baby, you're about to meet it. You're about to meet your goal. And congratulations. Congratulations. Like, you earned this shit. When I say you earned it, you endured more than what you had to put out. Like, you earned this. Like, your spiritual ranking is going to be phenomenal after all this. But yeah, beautiful people, thank you so much for stopping in, sharing this tarot card reading with me. Thank you for Divine Being for allowing me to read your energy. And I look forward to reading some more and doing some more with y'all. So if you feel led, please like, subscribe, comment, share. I greatly appreciate it. We can share the channel, we can share these messages, we can get them out, and we can help elevate each other and become aware of our situations, learn a few lessons, grow in our love and our light. So until the next reading, you guys, stay safe and stay the hell away from these karmics. Bye.